What's going on, YouTube? Jeff Tuffner here, back with episode 8 of the Glorious Podcast, discussing what happened on the July 4th edition of Smackdown Live. And the show opened with John Cena, free agent John Cena returning for the first time since, I think, WrestleMania. And Cena comes out, gives a little, cuts a little promo or whatever. And then we witness another return. We witnessed two returns in the opening segment. Rusev finally shows up too. So Rusev's been out longer than Cena, come to think of it. I mean, he's been wrestling at live events. Rusev, that is, the last 2 weekends, I think. But he's been out on TV since, I think, Fastlane, his last match was. I think it was, and that was all the way back in February. So we get two returns to SmackDown, Cena and Rusev. And then they end up setting up a match at Battleground. A flag match. Now, I don't like the whole idea of a flag match. That's not too exciting. They were teasing doing the match tonight, but then they're just going to do it then. This will be an interesting match because I feel like, they're going to have Cena win, of course, but I feel like they should have Rusev win in this situation. I mean, it would be a smart move to put Rusev over Cena, but no chance in hell are they going to have Rusev beat Cena at Battleground in the flag match. But WWE wasted no time with SmackDown. They had Cena, I figured they would have that happen. I was thinking, they're going to probably have Cena open up the show tonight. And they went right along and did that. I didn't necessarily expect Rusev to show up, but he shows up too, and then they throw them both into a feud. So they get the match at Battleground. I'm guessing Cena will win, but I want Rusev to win that match. It would just make more sense. Then we get a segment backstage, which leads to AJ Styles and Chad Gable having a match. I don't know why the hell American Alpha isn't together. We saw Chad Gable, I think it was 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, answer Kevin Owens' U.S. Open Challenge. Then we see him again tonight, and he's once again in singles action. Jason Jordan, nowhere to be seen with him. And then they have a match. Winner gets into the Independence Day Battle Royal. I don't know why the hell they're having this match. They should have just both been in it. I mean, it was a good little match between the two. They could definitely put on a good match. But, it was just pointless, the whole idea of having... they could have just had the match. It didn't need to be, to get into the Independence Day Battle Royal match. Why not just have them in the match? It was a stupid situation there, but, stipulation there. Toward the match, but they should have just had them both in the match. I mean, I don't know, but it was a good match. I don't know. Who cares? Carmella, James Ellsworth, they have a segment. Daniel Bryan shows up. Ellsworth gets suspended. He gets fined. Daniel Bryan pretty much, everything. It does everything but fires him there on the spot. I don't know. Are we actually not going to see Ellsworth for 30 days? Or, he's probably going to show up or something and, screw up everything. He says if he shows up, Carmella gets stripped of the briefcase. I don't know. Maybe you never know. They might do something like that. I could see him, I actually really could see him showing up, something stupid happening, and then him costing Carmella the briefcase, and then, I don't know, Carmella turning on him. Something like that. But that was good. SmackDown, SmackDown was decent. It definitely was better than Raw. There is no question about that. SmackDown was better than Raw. And they didn't, with it being the 4th of July, they didn't give up on the show. I mean, just the fact that John Cena was returning on the show just showed that they weren't going to throw this show away as just, another holiday show. Nobody cares. We have a title match. The women's title's on the line for, the third consecutive week. Naomi versus Lana, and Naomi picks up the win in just a matter of seconds. Lana's been basically buried at this point. She's lost, 3 times now, I think. Money in the Bank last week and this week. So this is 3 losses for Lana, and then Tamina comes out, and then she gets involved after the match, and it looks like they're doing some storyline with Tamina being, Lana's bodyguard or something. I don't know. Tamina used to be, AJ Lee's bodyguard, 3 years ago. So she's always kind of played that role. I think she was even, Naomi's bodyguard at one point. But that looks like that looks like what they're gonna do with that. I don't know if Lana's gonna get another title shot or if Tamina's gonna get a title shot. Some are speculating that it will be Tamina at Battleground who gets that title shot, but I don't know where they're going with that. Shinsuke Nakamura attacked backstage by Baron Corbin. Pretty sure that's gonna lead to a match. Interesting little match there between them. And you won't believe it, for the first time in almost many weeks, almost 10 weeks or something, Ty Dillinger shows up on SmackDown. I mean, yeah, he was in that Sonic commercial or whatever last week, but he actually was physically on the show this week, backstage, and then he was in the main event the Independence Day Battle Royal. It's good to see Ty Dillinger back, It's been a long time. I hate how he just doesn't appear, and it's like they just have nothing for him. And they really didn't even throw him into a feud or anything tonight. I mean, he was just there. But it doesn't look like they have a feud for him yet. So I'm sure he'll go back to his usual role as, not appearing, being in the dark matches again next week. But I don't know. They probably won't have anything till him for SummerSlam. We have the wrap-off between the New Day and the Usos. Now, I was thinking, I heard they were going to do something like, this is probably going to be a disaster segment. It's going to be like the one thing it's like just everybody makes a joke of the show. This segment turned out to be probably the best part of SmackDown. This segment was freaking hilarious. I was laughing my ass off watching this segment. I cannot believe the Usos made that comment about Xavier Woods and the whole Page thing from like 3 months ago. Oh my god. I mean, this was just comedy gold right here, this segment. I imagined, I'm just thinking like, oh, here, this segment's coming up next. This is just going to be a mess, you know what I mean? Typical WWE stuff like this. They went all in on this, and you know what I was thinking? It's because it's SmackDown. If this segment were on Raw, it would be a complete disaster. It would have been so bad. People would, like, you know how those segments always go on Raw. There's shit all the time when they try to do stuff like this on Raw. You don't see it all the time on SmackDown, but, like, they tried it last night, and it succeeded very well because it turned out to be one of the best parts of this show. In my opinion, it was hilarious. I was laughing. Everybody in the crowd was going crazy. It was priceless. So that turned out to be good. What do we get? Aiden English, Randy Orton. Aiden English picks up the win, but it's disqualification. It looked like they were going to do the same thing they did last week at first. They had Aiden English in the ring, and then Randy was going to come out, but then they actually had a match this week. And then Randy just gets disqualified, and then Jinder comes out, and then they cut a promo on each other. Just more build up toward their match at Battleground. I really don't care for the whole Randy Orton, not Aiden English, Jinder Mahal feud at this point. I mean, I'm looking forward to the Punjabi prison match. That will be fun to watch. But I'm not, like, really interested in the feud. I'm guessing Jinder's going to win the match at Battleground, but I don't know. They're just going to keep building it up. Still got, like, 2 episodes of SmackDown, I think, until Battleground, maybe even 3. So there's still some time left. And then the main event, the Independence Day Battle Royal, to determine the number 1 contender for the U.S. Championship. As predicted by many, AJ Styles picks up the win here. Couple notes from this match. Mojo Rawley appears to have sort of turned on Zack Ryder. I thought Zack Ryder was going to be the one who turned, but it looks like they're going in the direction of Mojo being the heel and Zack actually being the face. I really did not expect that, but that appears to be what they're doing. They had a segment backstage a little earlier in the show, and I kind of thought, and I was like, it was like they were teasing at a Mojo heel turn, which surprised me because I really was like, I'm like, Zack's definitely going to be the one to turn heel. And then Mojo eliminates Zack in the Battle Royal, so I'm like, oh, I guess he's turning heel. I mean, I don't know, nothing official yet, but that appears to be the route they're going. Like I said, AJ Styles picks up the win. He's number 1 contender for the U.S. title. This was really not a surprise to me. I mean, it came down to him, Ty Dillinger, and Sami Zayn. Styles Owens, this match was going to happen. I mean, they even had a commercial for it for Battleground or whatever, and they were already promoting the match. So I'm looking forward to this match. I mean, I'm looking forward to the U.S. title match more than I'm looking forward to the WWE Championship match. This should be the match for the WWE title, and that match should be for the U.S. title. I mean, it's completely reversed right now. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that match. That was SmackDown. Like I said, much better than Raw. Definitely won this week. I'm happy that they didn't just give up on this show, being that it was the 4th of July and everything, and they might do, they usually kind of give up on their show, just looking back at last year. But they didn't give up on this show. But anyway, that's it, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of last night's SmackDown. Subscribe, hit that like button on your way out, and follow me on Twitter. The link will be in the description below, and I'll see you sometime soon.